तो इस वजह से sometimes so what happens is okay, I got the intimation that this is being recorded.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes,
so
sir.
people keep sending loads of queries and I have to address them. It's fine. Huh, so come on, you can. What would you like to commence with? I mean, does the interview commence right away like this, or do we first get to talk a bit and then it starts?
So actually, we just need to start the interview, but we just introduce ourselves also. Okay, so myself, I am Anshika Katil.
Come
I
again?
am
I didn't.
Anshika Katil.
Ainshika.
Anshika Katil, sir. Yes, sir.
Acha, Ainshika, I can see the light's
Yes.
too bright. Okay.
So I am doing internship in the DORAI Foundation. So we are just conducting interview on the behalf of the DORAI Foundation only. So
Okay.
probably we are very happy that you are being here. So
Thank
you
you.
may
Thanks.
know Aman. We have talked.
Yeah, I just know
Yes,
that
sir.
Aman is also a part of the foundation, and that's
Yes,
about it.
sir.
I'm getting to see him for the very first time. Only have been connecting with him ki aaj kal parson.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
sir, I'm also doing MBA from IT Business School.
Okay.
So, as a part of 15 days internship, so
Huh.
we students have been selected as intern in NGO,
Hmm.
DORAI Foundation.
Hmm.
So, the main task we are doing is we are interviewing celebrities,
Hmm.
basically. So,
Hmm.
for 15 days, we will be interviewing 15 celebrities right
Hmm.
away.
Hmm.
So, you are one of them, sir. So,
Hmm. How much of your homework have you done? I mean, do you guys really have you seen my kind of profile or whatever? Do you happen
yes,
to,
sir.
Yes, sir. You're probably the
Sir, we
first
know
singer.
you, sir.
You're probably the first singer who have in India who has you have incredibly sing in both the voices.
and
So
there have
so
been quite a few, I should say. But then, well, talk about the seriousness and the popularity. Well, it varies over the ages, and I'm happy to have been appreciated by so many. Yeah,
Great, sir.
yes, sir. So should we start with the interview? So
please go ahead.
Aman will start the interview. Thank you.
Okay, sir. So, sir, my first question would be as basic as like, sir, how did your musical journey, sir, begin? How did it start?
Uh, Music has been a part of my life. They say I came out into this world singing. I mean, my parents, the elders in the family, and all of them, they have been like very appreciative about my musical prowess right since my childhood and my inclination. And it's thanks to the elders in my family. My dad was dabbling in music. He was into Carnatic music and stuff like that, and my uncles, my maternal uncles and my grandfather and all, they were into radio engineering, and they had their own sound system also, which they used to provide for functions and stuff like that. So there was a lot of good music happening in the house. So I went on listening to some classics. Luckily for me, some amazing Bollywood classics, and even otherwise, so many others, and that kept ringing in my ears. And then music was somewhere there in my genes, I would say, and I would sing along with those, and that's how it all began. And I continue to sing through lots of competitions I participated in, and I won many prizes through the school and college, and also into the university and inter-university youth fests and stuff like that. And that's
Great,
how
sir.
it all began. And luckily for me, I could take up music as a career. Yep.
That's really wonderful, sir. Being surrounded by people who love music. Like even I love music a lot. Like I play guitar also.
Oh,
So
that's good.
I love like music is something like which keeps me very happy and like it's kind of a therapy for me. Even.
Yeah, it's an amazing de-stress also for
Yes, sir.
anybody and everybody. Nobody owns music, so music is for everybody. It's just that a few of us are lucky enough to take it up as a profession, and we are able to regale the audiences all over. And I'm happy that people have appreciated my music.
Mhm. So I believe to be a musician or like be it anything like a singer or guitarist or anything, like it
Hmm.
requires like a lot of practice to be
Of
like
course,
to
of course. Hmm.
be perfect in it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, I think any profession that you take up, uh, like music or take any other form of arts or sports or anything. I mean, you become a professor tomorrow, or you take up the job of your choice. If you want to excel in that, you need to be, there has to be that
Yes.
upmanship, and where you need to really put in efforts, to raise the bar, and
Yeah.
where you carve a niche for yourself. Yes.
Exactly, sir. So, sir, second question which I would like to ask you is like what exactly inspired you to be like a singer, and like maybe who you see your idol?
Well, I've been telling this over the years in so many of my interviews. I've been a Bollywood buff right since my childhood, literally since the day I know of. So it was always like a Lata Mangeshkar, Rafi Sahab, Kishore Kumar, Asha Bhosle, those kinds, So they have been my idols throughout my life. They continue to be my idols even now because uh, even if I've heard their songs for such a long time, I don't think it can ever be enough for me. I mean, because every other day when I listen to them, I feel like I'm learning something new. So they continue to be my all-time gurus and legends. Like I keep looking up to them. Also, there are of course people like Amanna De, Talat Mahmood, Geeta Dutt, and so many others. All these
Yes.
great legends. All of these. I mean, I might have missed out on some names, but then believe me, including among the current generation, I love SP Balsubramaniam, late SP Balsubramaniam Sahab and Yesudas ji or Kavita Krishnamurthy. There is Alka ji and Udit ji and so many. Sonu Nigam is such an amazing artist, and so is
Yes.
Arijit. So these are all. I think over the years we get to listen to some classics and some various genres of music, and they appeal to your ears. So it's like you grow with all this music. So they all form a part of my system, I would say, and it has been really nice.
Indeed, sir. The 90s music was very like kind of legendary music, and it,
90s because you were probably born in the 90s,
yes,
right? We
I
are all
was.
from so that's why you start like. But believe me, I mean, it is so crazy for me to be listening to some um, absolute old music, I mean, I'm talking the 40s and 50s and all, पता नहीं
Okay.
कौन से जन्म में थे तब. तो
That would have
it,
been like old songs for you, like when you were in your
yeah,
childhood.
but they were such classics.
Yes.
And I'm talking about one is Adrenaline High, wherein you listen to some music and you feel good and pumping music and something that you grow with. You keep listening to on the CDs and the players and stuff like that, or the MP3s. But these classics, which were recorded then, I happen to be a big fan of those because they didn't have the technical prowess that is available
Yes.
today. And in
They
spite
were
of
like
that,
pure.
it was, as you call in science, the Six Sigma factor, as they
Yes.
say, 99.9999%.
Yes. 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 Yes.
So it really pierces through your heart, man. I mean, when you actually listen to them, no, don't hear,
Yes.
and give it a hearing, and you'll know what I'm talking about. These songs, wow. I mean, I would say some of these. So that legendary music, which I'm so thankful to my elders for. तो उनको सुन सुन के मैं बड़ा हुआ हूँ. And I've grown with that. So I tend to forget my own songs, but I'm not able to forget those classics. And I
Yes.
was lucky enough to have met a few of them also before they left this plane, and that was amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Those were like pure vocal skills at that point of time.
Vocal music.
Yes.
Uh, uh, you can just imagine some 50 odd musicians. Today, what happens is now in the studio, uh, you have everything which is synthesized, all keyboard पे program करके रख दिया
Mhm.
है, and uh, you got sounds,
Yes.
all through MIDIs and stuff like
Samples.
that. So everything samples and MIDIs, and it's all techno, it's all
Yeah.
digital.
Yes.
So at that point in time, it was all acoustic. So they had actually all these instruments, they had to play them,
Yeah.
use cellos, and
Yeah.
used to have a huge brass section with so many people playing the trumpet, the saxophone, and trombones. I mean, it was like crazy. And then they had a violin section, which comprised about some 25, 30 people playing the violins together. I mean, I can even only we can only imagine the grandeur and
That's
the
a
level of
bliss.
music. Beautiful. So
Yes.
that actually played live, you know. I mean, it was happening, and then they had to sing along with that. So I'm sure it is so palpable, the life of a song. It's not like आपने एक line गाया punch किया, जो हम we say it's punching, today we got to
Yeah.
while recording. So वो नहीं होता था. It was one take.
One take.
They
Yes.
all had to sing on play together, and it had to be right. If not, then they had to restart again.
Yeah. We
So
take.
and you listen to these songs, and they are like, wow. I mean, I keep wondering how is it even
Kind of
possible? Like,
refreshing.
how is it possible? How is it possible? Like, it's wow.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So coming to next question, what kind of challenges did you faced in your career?
Challenges, talking about, well, I presume that you guys know about my singing prowess. So, as a kid, I could only sing like a small girl singing, and because most of the guys they have that kind of a sweet voice, and so was mine. And it's only post adolescence that my voice cracked, and I discovered this part of me, the bassy masculine part. And there again, it took about a year and a half for the things to for the voice to settle in, because 1.5 2 साल तक वो
Yes.
ना घर का ना घाट का ऐसा, it keeps oscillating here and there, and you keep like rediscovering yourself, ऐसा होता है. तो वो होता गया. So as a kid, when I used to sing like that, and I used to win a lot of awards and accolades all over the country and my university and my school. So that was, as much as it was appreciated, utna hi there were a few people who also used to tease me and stuff like that, and कि क्या चल रहा है, especially around adolescence, when the voice is not cracking according to the set norms, where um, लोगों के साथ like 13 14 साल में हो जाता था, तो my hormones took me some more time, gave me a lot more. It's about 15 or 16 when my voice actually cracked, and so that is when I was faced with some challenges, wherein people came up to me and they were wondering, क्या हो रहा है. But I would thank all those detractors and people who try to dissuade me from singing further. कि उनके वजह से मैंने जो है, I took it up as the challenge, and I actually sat and I would sit and practice more and more. I'll sit and try to record my own singing and listen to that crackling voice of mine. And ये करता गया. That's how I think I could rediscover the sweetness in my voice, and I could I went on throwing new challenges at myself, and trying to strike a balance between both these voices. It was very cute. So वो अच्छा रहा. And then when I went into the recording studio, there was this aspect wherein they will say कि अरे यार आप फीमेल वॉइस बहुत अच्छा गाते हो, मगर हम फीमेल वॉइस आपसे क्यों गवाएं when we have so many originals. And then there was another set of people who would say कि भाई अगर ये फीमेल वॉइस गाता है तो शायद इसके मेल वॉइस में कुछ गड़बड़ है. I mean, they are not able to digest the fact that the guy can do both. So they feel अगर एक करता है तो दूसरे में कुछ गड़बड़ है. So ऐसी कुछ चीजें थी. But it's thanks to some of my gurus and some well-wishers, and जिन्होंने who never allowed my morale to fall, and they always kept me pepped up, and they assured me that what I was doing was right, and that's what kept me going. And here I am.
Yes, believing in yourself is the most important thing, sir. Like not
Yep.
giving up.
Yeah, and then if you have a good support system of friends, family, like my parents always supported me, my brothers, so they all have been very nice, and especially my parents, they never tried to force any kind of. There was no academic pressure either on me, nor was there any career-oriented pressure on me. I come from a typical Tambram family, all academicians in my family, and even I got a gold medal in my college. So
Great.
after that, when I did take up a basic job for about 6 months just to prove it to myself, in case music didn't happen, and what should I do? I needed something to fall back on. So my father always said only one thing. Sriram, you need not come out with flying colors. You're not there in a rat race to get the first or second or whatever. I don't challenge your intelligence. I'm very, very confident about my genes. That's what my father used to say. So that was very reassuring. He never let me down at all. He said, no, you just pass. I'm happy with that. Don't worry. You don't have to prove a point to me. But you need a degree, because by the Indian standards and norms, they go by your degrees, unfortunately. So in case music doesn't happen, or it is not as good as you think it should be, then you need to have something that will
Yes.
keep you going in your life. And because I came from a typical Indian middle
Yes.
class family, academician family, so he said, look, I don't have any great properties and stuff like that to back you up with. I'm not a businessman. I can give you education, but the choice is yours. as to what kind of career you want to take up. So when one fine day I just quit my job and said, that's it. I had enough of this. I'm going into music. My father, I then, I mean, not a little of surprise I saw on his face, and he said, "Good, please go ahead. I'm there with you." So that kind of faith which my
Yes.
parents had in me. हाँ मुझे मस्ती में चिढ़ाते थे मेरे भाई लोग वगैरह and everybody, you know, that's okay, but nobody let me down or pulled me down or said something nasty to me in the family, because they knew that the guy was decently intelligent, and if he wanted he could take up anything else also. So this is a choice I was making. So my dad allowed me to do that. So that was very nice.
So,
Yeah.
sir, like you learn music from your dad, or like you used to practice on your own, sir?
Mm, Initially, it was all through listening, and then I did try to dabble a bit with my dad also. But then, you seldom learn from your parents. Very rare. What happens is, वो हमको सिखाने जाते हैं तो we'll end up teaching them कि ऐसा नहीं होता, ऐसा होता है and all that. So my dad just gave up on me, and then, uh, luckily for me, he also gave me the choice to decide what field I would like to take up. It's not like you should do only classical or semi-classical or some stuff like that. So I decided filmy. So I said, okay, no worries. And then I decided that just to know what I was doing, I thought Hindustani would be nice. So then I joined Sangeet Mahabharati Institution in Mumbai, uh, where I got the basics of Hindustani. But I didn't dabble too much into classical music because that would make my voice heavy, according to some of my gurus. So I did classical for the sake of light. But light music should not be taken lightly because it's very difficult. It is difficult. I mean, आप जितना
Exactly.
उसमें उतरते हो उतना आपको पता चलता है how difficult it is. It is not as easy as it sounds. So
आपको
you
पूरा
need to,
vocals like it's visible, like वो पूरा सुनाई देता है how you are performing the vocal cords and.
yeah, and then I got to do it with a smile.
By
And
the
तब
way,
लोगों
sir,
को
your
लगता है,
smile is very cute, sir.
hey, thank you. And लोग क्या
Okay,
actually,
sir. Sir.
uh-huh.
Yes, sir. You were saying something?
Yeah, I just said that when you make faces while singing or doing anything, it looks very difficult. But then when you do it with a smile, people think it's very easy. Yeah, probably ये कर नहीं रहा. So they think I'm just lip syncing at times. तो ऐसा भी बहुत बार हुआ. It was very interesting. कई बार लोग आकर मेरे मेरे माइक को छीन लेते हैं and they try to pull the mic and try to see whether it's me. Then I'll say, okay, let only the music play if it is on something like a karaoke, you know, where only the track is playing, and then someone will come up on the stage. Then I'll give them the mic and things like that. So
Basically,
I say,
when you're singing in the female voice, so they don't believe you.
yeah, they don't believe I'm singing. They think it's playback happening, you know. Yeah, I'm just miming. Yeah.
Even like for the first time when I saw you like singing
Mm.
the female voice, even I was astonished. Like, oh my god, this is great. Like, I was really surprised.
It happens even now. I mean, some of my videos, if you go, um, they've got some amazing hits. I've got some
Yes, sir.
47, 4.6, 4.7 crores and stuff like that.
Yes.
It's been very nice. And
The Sufi music, I guess.
Sufi Score, Sufi
Sufi
Score,
score.
yeah, that's the channel I've been singing for,
Yeah.
and they are promoting some very good music, and lots of international artists and stuff like that have joined in. They're all there, a part of us now. So um, it's really nice to be a part of this team, and then they have thrown this new challenge at me, wherein there is only the great legendary pianist Santosh Mulekar playing with me, and I'm singing along. So only the two of us. So there's nothing to hide. It's very difficult. Where you don't have too much of orchestration happening, just a piano. You can imagine, and I'm singing. And piano is one of those very, there are few, like a guitar, it's a percussion, non-percussion combination. It's
Yes.
got a rhythm and it's, क्या बोलते हैं, the string, the क्या बोलते हैं, the notes part of it was also there. So strings and percussion, non-percussion combination में guitar is there, and piano falls in that also. So where you get the key note also, and you also get to listen to the rhythm.
Yes. The rhythm.
Yeah. तो ये दोनों साथ में कीबोर्ड में पियानो में मिल जाता है, तो when I and then to sing along with someone like him, it's a little scary because he is a sweetheart as a human being, wonderful friend of mine, but he's a genius. I mean, when it comes to piano, it's magic. You listen to some of his songs. Wow, 5 songs, his own compositions, and he plays some of the classics as well. And it gives you goosebumps and shudders because so for him to come down to the level of a Sriram Iyer and play, it's very
No, sir,
cute.
I watched the videos like of him. Like he's like very good at it. Like very good,
Yes,
sir.
yes. And he's a sweetheart, a wonderful human being. So when they suggested that we should do this experiment, he readily agreed. So nice of him, and I felt blessed. And I love challenges, so it was nice. So
Great, sir.
there are a couple more of songs of ours, which we have recorded and shot, and awaiting release. Yeah,
Yes, sir. Like you're busy, very busy in your schedule, like always.
good to be busy, right?
Yes, sir. So, sir, what was the turning point of your career, sir?
Turning point of my career, excuse me, was you can say my first album, ऐसा भी कभी होता है,
Okay.
where there's this company called BMG Crescendo. They happened to listen to one of my performances on stage, and I was signed up for an album. And the the title song, the album was called "ऐसा भी कभी होता है." ऐसा भी कभी होता है. That's how it is. So the song also was "ऐसा भी कभी होता है" कि मैं ही कह रहा हूँ. ऐसा भी कभी होता है, हाँ ऐसा भी कभी होता है करके I gave an answer myself. So it is very interesting. Very well penned by Manohar Iyer. He is the one who had written the lyrics for this album, and it was composed. The whole album was 6 songs. It was composed by Santosh Nair. The album comprised of 2 male solos, 2 female solos, and 2 duets. The
Okay.
title song was a duet, which was also picturized. So, and I was chosen as the Ubharta Sitara for the first month of the new millennium. MTV's Ubharta Sitara. So that was a very big,
Wonderful, sir.
like, feather in the cap. And so, yeah, that was quite a turning point, I would say, in my career. And people appreciated that video also. It got played internationally at various levels. So, very well appreciated. And then, of course, various other things kept happening in my life. Yeah.
Great, sir. Sir, like, how and when like did you got this command on female voice?
Uh, Look, it's a blessing of the Almighty that I'm able to sing the way I do. But as a child, I had this ability, as I said, and it's only post-adolescence and my cracking, as I discussed earlier, that I could rediscover this voice. Now it's all about practice. So a lot of practice has gone in to make it sound as easy as it does, because it is not easy. Now, whatever classical I learned, whatever light or ghazals, anything that I learned, so I would do it in both the voices. लेकिन ना बिकॉज ऐसा नहीं कि मुझे एक ही मेरी आवाज में आई हैव टू डू माय रियाज so anything that I sing I should be able to oscillate and do both ways. So that was my challenge which I took it upon myself. तो वो कर करके and then trying to sing different types of songs. आशा जी की हिचकियां, not just singing a female voice is fine, but then I should be able to emote. जैसे आनंद जी भाई, कलन जी आनंद जी में से जो आनंद जी है वो कहते थे कि गाने के लिए तो बहुत लोग गाते हैं ऐसा, लेकिन इस लड़के को जब आप पर्दे के पीछे से देखो या सुनो, रादर देखो नहीं सिर्फ सुनो, तो आपको लगता है कि कोई सुंदर लड़की गा रही है. that was very cute. So he said it's not just a girl, it's a good looking beautiful girl who's singing. तो इसकी आवाज ऐसी मीठी है. So that's what mattered, so that was very well put. And then another feather in my cap was when in one of my Keep Alive programs, which I used to be part of, they were giving a tribute to the legendary Anil Bishwas ji. He's one of the greatest composers, and he's supposed to be the Bhishma Pitamaha of the Bollywood music industry. He has taught and guided great singers and musicians, including Lata Mangeshkar. I mean, she is officially in an interview on YouTube. Also, you can check it out. She has said that he's the one who taught her breath control. So I was really lucky to have met him and sung before him. And while I was singing, he suddenly got up, ran up the stage, hugged me, in Mumbai. And then he took the mic and he announced that this boy is the eighth wonder of the world. So
Yes, even
that was a
it's
very
mentioned
big
on
thing.
Wikipedia also, sir.
Pardon?
It's mentioned on Wikipedia also.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's the one who anointed me that, and that was again a very, very great honor and blessings. And Naushad Saab also, the legendary composer, blessed me. Lakshmikant Pyarelal, Kalyanji Anandji, Khayyam Sahab. So I'm Majru Sultanpuri. I got to meet all these greats, and they all blessed me. That felt nice. And though I miss being a part of the golden era, as they call it, in the 50s, 60s, 70s, uh, I feel really sad that I was not a part of that era. Uh, and but the fact that the legacy continues, and वो
Yes.
धरोहर है हमारे पास. So it's left to us now how much we learn out of all this, and how much we are able to carry forward to the next generation also. It's a very big responsibility, but it's left to us how we take it upon
So
ourselves.
you are one of the people who are keeping the legacy alive. So now,
Trying hard. I hope I succeed. There's a long way to go. It's not easy to keep everybody happy, you see.
yes, with fame also comes some negativity also.
Yeah, yeah. It's
So,
yeah,
so
lots of. Hmm.
how do you deal with negativity, sir?
Ah, Negativity and positivity is a way of life. आप बहुत ज्यादा तीखा खा लेते हैं तो क्या करते हो?
पानी पीते हैं.
पानी पियोगे या you'll take some sugar or some candy, sugar candy या chocolate या कुछ लेके खाएंगे ना आप?
Yeah.
Antidote. तो दिस इज व्हाट
Antidote.
हैपेंस. तो आप मुंह जल रहा है, आपने मिर्ची चबा लिया, आपने ना मुंह में करके, यू वोंट कंटिन्यू इन दैट. You want to immediately come out of it. So you would like to do anything and everything that would cover it up. Similarly, in life, I have learned that negativity is a part and parcel. So you don't get carried away by that. इतना positive energy उसके साथ लगा दो and put in more efforts. So all the negativity gets subsided, or it gets erased by itself, or just gets camouflaged, covered up, and only the positive is seen. So वो तो होना ही है. Critics are always around, and I think you should thank them, because अगर सारे ही आपकी तारीफ करेंगे तो है ना कहीं जाके एक कॉम्प्लेसेंस आ जाता है. हम जाकर we'll just sit and sit idle. Okay, we have achieved it. ऐसा एक thought रहता है ना. You feel that you've achieved it, and you don't. There is no challenge. And I feel life should continue with challenges. You should have loads of challenges, because only challenges keep you going. They keep
Exactly.
you keep heading forward. You keep growing. For growth, challenges are a must. So for me, negativity or negative comments, critical appreciation जैसे कहते हैं हम, that is also very important. And again, as I said, if you go to my comment section of all these songs, आप देखेंगे कई लोग हैं. Of course, some of them have used some very foul language, which is sad. But well, I also believe लोग वही आपको दे सकते हैं जो उनके पास है ना.
Exactly.
तो अगर उनके पास वही है तो बेचारे आप अभी बोलते हैं ना, आपसे अगर मांगू मैं, अगर आपके पास खट्टी गोलियों और मीठी गोलियों में से अगर खट्टी ही हैं तो आप खट्टे ही गोलियां मुझे दोगे, अपना मीठी गोली कहाँ से लाओगे आप? तो इसलिए मैं तो चाहता हूँ कि मेरे पास मैं भर भर के सब है ना पॉजिटिविटी रखूं, एंड जो मुझे मिले वो आई एक्सेप्ट इट मॉडेस्टली, एट द सेम टाइम आई ट्राई टू सेट इट असाइड, because it's just like also a postman gives you a parcel. Okay, if you think this parcel is not yours, you return it. It goes back to the owner, right?
Exactly.
So I try to do something like that. So I don't take things too seriously. And as Ratan Tata has always said, don't take life too seriously. Enjoy the journey. And किसने हमको promise किया है कि life is going to be a bed of roses? It's only in the Bollywood movies that you see people, and then they lived happily ever after करके होता है. That is never the case. So life is full of challenges always. So it's for us to decide as to how interesting we make it. है ना? So,
Indeed.
so take the challenges, live your life to the fullest, try to give your best, and leave the rest to the Lord. That's my
So very
policy.
nicely explained, sir. Like the example you used of like जब मिर्ची लग जाए तो क्या करने का. So a very nice and like answer for that negativity. Wonderful, sir. So, next question I would like to ask you, like, apart from singing, what else do you like to do, sir? Like,
Adventure sports. I have been an athlete. That shows in some of my videos also. जैसा उम्मीद करके जो हमने we came out with the latest मेरा जो release है, उसमें the as the title also suggests है ना, ये कोरोना वगैरह चलते हुए लोग है ना बहुत मायूस हो गए थे and people were so sulking like. So we decided to come up with something that boosts their morale and है ना positivity. So in that गाना भी बहुत बढ़िया है. Alok Ranjan Jha has written the song and composed by Santosh Nair again, and I've sung its Sufi Score's release. And उसमें हमने video में we have incorporated some crazy stuff like I've done all the things that I would like to do. I've done some hurdling, jumping, बहुत कुछ किया है. If you see the video, you'll know. So I'm a happy-go-lucky person. I love swimming. आजकल बंद है because of the corona, the pandemic, lockdown and stuff. I love outdoor activities like sprinting. I love long drives. As I said, adventure sports. I mean, there is bungee jumping and skydiving in my bucket list.
great.
So I like. I've done water surfing also. तो ये सब मुझे बहुत पसंद है.
Great.
बहुत
So
पसंद है.
even I want to do like scuba diving, but I'm very afraid of water.
I've
So
done scuba. It's very nice. No, try. Look, how you can come out of it is get into the swimming pool. Try to do that. That will help. So कहीं ना कहीं तो कोशिश किए बिना होता नहीं है. So even it's not like I used to be absolutely क्या बोलते हैं daredevil ऐसा नहीं है. मगर facing challenges has to be the purpose of our life है ना. हम कोशिश करेंगे तो होगा. I'm sure there are reasons why you're scared of water. बचपन के साथ कुछ related होगा. That's quite, even when you're in the womb also there are certain things which can affect your the way you think, you know. तो but let us give that a thought. अगर आप पैदा होने से पहले liquid में ही रहे हैं, है ना,
exactly.
माँ के पेट में जब हम हैं तो I'm sure कोशिश करेंगे तो you'll be able to come out of it. So even if it's a small pond, you know, a pool where you're able to stand and you मतलब आप चाह के भी डूब नहीं सकते, that kind of pool, you know. If you try to step into that and try to sit till here, neck deep water, and then try to put your head down a little and don't think, look around, enjoy the sight underwater and stuff like that. Do that. Try it out. That's the way you can come out of it. That's the
Sure,
way I
yes.
did.
I'll try it. So, sir, I've seen that you're coming live on Insta like every other week. So, sir, so what was the motive behind it and how it exactly started?
I had a support system like, because I'm not so tech savvy, so I always needed support with my friends or my sound engineers or my manager and stuff like that, you know, who would try to help me out with all this. So and so मैं जब स्टूडियो में रहा करता था, there used to be my fans who used to keep saying कि all the celebrities are coming on and उनके reels and क्या क्या हो रहे हैं. I didn't even know what reels meant. So I said, what? गाना तो गा रहा हूँ बस, और क्या? They said, no, we want to talk to you. There are such forums and platforms available. You should come on and, you know, yeah, mingle with us. And then I did manage to come up with an account which was, account तो चालू हो गया था काफी दिनों से, but I was not active. And just post a photo or two on and off. So then I decided, you know, when all these guys insisted, ki, Sai, come on, yaar, you'll do it. And as you would have seen, I'm quite a chatterbox, you know, I can talk. So, and then I started addressing all these questions they threw at me. Especially people wanted to know if I really sing. So I decided not to have a mic. So ऐसे ही, without music, without any mic, just this headphone for connectivity purpose, I started addressing their questions, their doubts. And so the difference is here an interview goes on for about half an hour, 1 hour or whatever. There it goes on for over 6 hours.
Yes,
So,
I've seen
the Insta used to stop. I didn't know that it will stop in 4 hours time. तो अपने आप उड़ जाता था. Then someone suggested कि 4 घंटे से पहले आप उसको stop कर देना and it will save, है ना, आप कर सकते. You can save it as IGTV. तो वो मैं करता. Then I learned and I started doing that. So because people were very keen, जिन्होंने miss किया है, उन लोगों को भी देखना अच्छा लगता था. They used to say you are one of those very few people जिनके recordings भी सुनना मजा आता है हमें. देखे ना the videos. Very candid. I talk like I'm talking
Yes.
right now. So it's not like anything planned at all. Random questions होते हैं, random people join in. I've got watchmen, I've got farmers जो खेत में काम करते करते अंधेरे में मेरे साथ
Yes.
लगे ना
Yesterday
जुड़ते
I
हैं.
was watching the IGTV video which you have uploaded. So I was like watching it the whole time. So like to like learn
Wow.
about the. So I saw that like many people like join and like they are from
Yeah, yeah.
different backgrounds and different cultures.
Yes, 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 yeah. And they're from various countries and professions. There are
Yes.
some people जो कभी आते ही नहीं थे on camera. Then they just couldn't contain themselves and they decided to, uh, they decided to come on and ये भी हुआ है मेरे साथ. So that was very interesting.
Great, sir. So one last question for you, sir. Sir, what advice will you give to like the youngsters who are singer who wants to like be in the singing industry?
First and foremost, मैं सबसे कहता हूँ कि try various things in life. गाना सबको अच्छा लगता है. Okay, everybody likes to sing. मेरे वॉचमैन से लेके जमादारनी से लेके you take a cab driver, any Tom, Dick or Harry would like to sing. Most of the people in the world, they want to sing. है ना?
Exactly.
To themselves, or there are people who forcibly want their friends or family to listen to them also. Yeah, there are so many all over the place and TikTok and पता नहीं कहाँ कहाँ सब अपना गाना डाल करके जबरदस्ती के लगे ना they think they are singers. मैं सबसे इतना ही कहता हूँ, आप अपने आप के लिए गाइए, अच्छी बात है. अपनों के लिए गाइए, अच्छी बात है. मगर don't force somebody to listen to you. And some people say we would like to make it a profession. I said, what do you mean by a profession? प्रोफेशनल सिंगर वो होता है जिनके गानों को सुनने के लिए या जिनके म्यूजिक को सुनने के लिए आप और मैं पैसे देने को तैयार होते हैं. Isn't it? When we employ that person or we are willing to pay money to listen to that person, then you become a professional. So you have to first become worthy of that. So become your own critic. Become your own critic. तो पहले कान अच्छा पकाओ, बाद में तानसेन बनो. तो ये मैं सबसे कहता हूँ. जैसा आप नाउ your management students and you're
Yes.
also looking forward to a career in your field. Why did you think of me from among the 15 celebrities that you have decided? There has to be a reason, not just because there was somebody who suggested. It had to be interesting enough. You need to feel that this person is a celebrity worthy of an interview, who would keep me engaged and who will answer my questions to the fullest of his abilities, and you're able to grow. And when you post this video somewhere, people should be wanting to see this,
Yes.
and there should be content worth listening to. तब कहीं जाकर के this becomes an interview worthy of having on your portal, isn't it? So
Right.
वैसे ही आपको जो है कंटेंट क्रिएट करना है आपकी जिंदगी में. Be it music, be it any other field, you have to be different from the rest. है ना?
Exactly.
अब मुझे ही क्यों बुलाएं, मेरे बदले और क्यों कोई नहीं. तो उस सवाल का अगर आपको जवाब मिल जाता है तो you have achieved it. So in any and every field, I would say become unique, become something different,
Rightly
and
said, sir.
that would take you places.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. A very heartfelt thank you to you.
Hey,
I
that's
will.
fine. But you know something? I have to tell you, Aman, one shocking part about this interview is you are the very first interviewer who has not asked me to sing at all.
No, sir. Sir, I was just about to like ask you to like give a,
क्या बात
I was
है?
just inviting like to like give a vote of thanks to you. And
अरे,
like once if you can like sing for us.
So we were
Please.
all going to request you to sing for.
how many of you
Start
are around?
So
I've only seen
we
some
are
names.
yeah we are
Guys, you can
four
switch
here.
on cameras actually.
Yeah,
Hey,
one second.
why don't you all come in? I would like to see your faces and ask and throw
Yeah,
some
yeah,
questions,
yes.
man. ऐसा when I get a bombardment of questions and queries, it feels very nice, and that too from some nice intelligent management guys, man. Go ahead, ask me what you want to ask.
Pranjal, if you can give vote of thanks to sir.
Yeah, one second.
You need to make it so formal or what? I take it. Don't worry. I accept your thanks and all. Utilize that time in asking me more queries. I'm sure because you're four of you here, and if you can unmute all of you, that'd be nice.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Sir, we
Actually,
have this certificate of
yeah.
appreciation for you. Just
that's
look
very
at it
sweet of you.
once.
Thank you very much. Wow, that's very cute, man. Thank you so much. Thanks. Thank you very much.
So if you can like sing.
What do you want to listen to? Tell me. You got to ask me. Look, it
Sir,
should not.
your favorite song?
Your favorite.
My favorite नहीं यार. I've got so many songs I've sung over the years.
Sir,
Now you
any
guys,
song?
you're my audience.
So then
You got to tell
Tumile.
me.
Sir, you can
Any
use
song
both your voices.
near to your heart, sir. Any
Somebody
song.
said "तुम मिले दिल खिले" ना?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Wait.
Acha.
Let me start random. प्यार कभी मरदा नहीं हम तुम मरते हैं होते हैं वो लोग प्यार जो करते हैं जितनी अदा उतनी वफा जितनी अदा उतनी वफा एक नजर प्यार से देख लो फिर से जिंदा कर दो तुम मेरे दिल खिले और जीने को क्या चाहिए हाँ हाँ
Wonderful.
Amazing, sir. Amazing. So no wonder why people were asking you to
So, yeah,
you
you
know,
are
check
exactly
are you lip syncing or not.
No, I'm telling lies, man. I have these kind of
Amazing,
questions
sir.
also where people want to know whether I can talk like that. And I've fooled so many of my girlfriends and their parents, man. क्या बताओ तुम
Oh my God, sir.
Amazing,
This
sir.
is beyond
Must
fun,
be.
sir. I think
Yeah.
this is the amazing
Yes, sir.
superpower that you have is beyond our minds right now. I've like
That's
never
nice.
seen something like this or ever. Like this is
Yes,
for the
sir.
first time experiencing something so beautiful.
That
Isn't
too
it?
live.
And you know
Yes.
something?
It's a
Now
great,
I'm gonna
great
following
pleasure
my
for us to
my
listen
Insta.
live.
Like I'm gonna go live on Insta in a while now. I'll have some quick grub and I'll probably go on. And I also burp into my लेकिन mic को हटा के कभी-कभी करना पड़ता है. खाने के बाद गाना मुश्किल हो जाता है. But then I have some crazy questions and people जो टूट पड़ते हैं. It's so interesting. I'm telling you. So if you guys are awake and you want to join in, you're most
Sir,
welcome.
yeah, we might
So we
also
We'll
would.
join. We'll
We
join.
are. I've already
We are
followed you on
going to join.
Instagram and Facebook. I've already done that.
Great.
We'll be there
Thanks
today.
so much. Nee. But
And
then
even in the next
but
weeks to come.
I want to tell you guys, like, continue this. I'll tell you what, I have learned more through these kinds of Q&A sessions, wherein I get to discuss and talk with people of various, like, faculties, and, they are from various facets of life. उन्होंने वो एक चीज को ढूंढ कर लाते हैं ना, कहाँ से खोद कर लाते हैं questions, and they throw at me, and that, I love those challenges, and to be able to answer them. या गाने भी कहीं से हट कर कोई गाना उठा कर लाएंगे and stuff. So it's fun. And I've got some aspiring, what do you say, IS guys and IPS and such people, who are absolute brains of the country, I would say. So answering these guys and their queries, it's very interesting. So it challenges my gray cells as well, So, and I like that. So musical challenges तो होते ही हैं. At the same time, I've got questions which are thrown at me, which are very interesting, and they try to challenge कि ये बंदा जितना गाता है उतना ही इसका grey matter भी काम कर रहा है क्या, and stuff like that. So that's nice. So it's always fun to have people asking me questions and throwing challenges at me. I love it. That's what keeps me going, I would say.
Yes, sir.
That's an adrenaline high for me.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
It was a great pleasure to listen to you live. So we have never
Yes,
expected that we are going to.
Yeah, lives like.
No, I'm sure
Actually,
you'll
he'll
have
call
lots
you
more of
brother
beautiful
if he
surprises
wants
in
to
your life.
like meet, sir.
Pardon?
Yeah, actually, sir, one of my brother is like great fan of yours, so he just wanted to meet. Should I just call him
Sure, why
for a
not? Why
while?
not? My pleasure. My
Okay,
pleasure.
thank you, sir.
Please come
Yes,
in.
sir.
Come in.
Sir.
Come in. Call him. Call him. Call him. Call him.
Guys, if you have any questions or
पूछो भाई. There's so many things. I've answered so many queries even unasked. सीधे मैंने इसको पूछने भी नहीं दिया. I went on rattling. So go ahead. Go ahead. You should ask. It's fun, and I like to be surprised.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's my brother. He's a great fan of yours. He just saw you in the Saregama, and
Okay.
I just said now that sir is coming, so he's just like, yeah, I just want to meet him once.
So sweet. Come in. Come in. Come in. I mean,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
is there? Hi. Hey. What's your name?
Aditya Krishna Gadi.
Aditya Krishna Kain. I mean, that fellow gave me a very formalish answer. Chill. How are you doing and what do you do?
Nothing. Like, what to do in his studies? Studies.
He's just stunned. He's probably I'm not sure whether it's
He's like, no, friend. He's like, there are so many people around.
He's
How
amazed.
am I supposed to talk?
Aditya, which standard are you in? You're studying, right? You're in your seventh standard. Okay, yeah. So don't worry. I could make that
He's
out.
also very music. Like he used to play tabla, piano, and everything. He liked music a lot. So.
Wow. Did you see today Saregama? I don't know. मैंने तो देखा नहीं. I don't watch. तो उसमें I was there and it was mother special. I was crying a lot to जब shoot हुआ था. It was crazy, man. हमने अलग से tissues मंगा लिया था because I unfortunately have lost both my parents. You know. Very unfortunate. My father in 2016 and my mother in 2019. तीन साल में mother भी off हो गई and I was very close to them. But believe me, friends, whatever time I've spent with them, it has been so rich and nice. I've got some amazing fond memories. So it's not like I'm cribbing or crying about something in life. Though you want your near and dear ones to be with you always, that is not possible. I mean, at some point in time in your life, you're going to come across that. So there's one suggestion I want to give you. कभी अपने माँ बाप या अपने भाई बहन या किसी को भी आई लव यू करना या एक हग देना, एक पप्पी देना, इन सब चीजों में कमतरता मत करना. डू इट व्हेन यू फील लाइक. सो डोंट कीप इट फॉर टुमारो कि भाई हम कब कमाएंगे, हम कभी कुछ अच्छा करेंगे. उसमें क्या हो, तो घर में ही है, माँ ही तो है. ऐसा करके मत करना. Go and give that surprise hug when she's in the kitchen, you know, and all that stuff. Yeah, surprise them with small things. एक चाय बना के दे दो when it's totally unexpected. Those kind of things. Do that. And believe me, it gives them happiness. They may be surprised कि अचानक से इसको क्या हो गया करके. मगर it is worth it. Believe me, it's worth it. Because today I remember that every hug that I gave my mom or my dad, you know, and, really, it's amazing. I'm telling you. And day before, when we shot for this episode, there was a flood of emotions which took over, and I just couldn't contain myself. So if I don't know how much of हम लोग की शक्लें कितनी बार दिखाई उन्होंने. I hope they edited enough of it, you know, because I was right in front of the camera there, you know, shedding tears and stuff like that. But that's okay. I knew that would happen. I didn't want to hide my tears either. What's the point in hiding? It's an emotion for my mother here. What's wrong? So I think you should live that kind of a candid life. Enjoy the present. Believe me, and I'm sure it shows. अभी ये जो आप लोग सब मेरे साथ हो यहाँ पे, I'm 100% with you. I'm not preoccupied with anything. I've answered every question of yours to the best of my abilities, है ना, यहाँ पे 100%. ऐसा नहीं कि मैंने आपको 200 ग्राम दिया, पाव किलो दिया और बाकी रख दिया साइड में. So it's not like that. So anything that you do, maybe it's for a short duration, but quality में compromise मत करना. Give it 100%. Give it your 100%. तो उससे क्या होता है? Anything that you do will have a value, which will have, you know, you would have added value to that. So this session, ये ऐसा होना चाहिए कि आज से 5 साल बाद भी आप अगर इसको रिमाइंड करके देखोगे इस सेशन को, तो it should plant a smile on your face.
Yes, sir.
Remember that. Always. Now ये questions जो आपने पूछे, ये I don't know 2576th time किसी ने पूछा होगा यार, even उससे ज़्यादा. तो you know, but for you it's the first time.
Yes.
So when I'm answering it, I should be as excited and I should try and relive those moments, which I always do. Because some of my most memorable moments, as you asked me, तो वो जो थे, तो I relive now. हम जिंदगी में वो सब जो पॉजिटिव मोमेंट्स हमारे जिंदगी के हम अगर रिलीव करते हैं, तो आई एम श्योर वी आर एनर्जाइज्ड आल्सो ना, वी फील एनर्जाइज्ड एंड दैट रिफ्लेक्ट्स, दैट शोज इन आवर डेमेनर. वो दिखता है
Exactly.
एंड दैट कीप्स अस गोइंग. भाग गया आदित्य, बोर हो गया.
No, no, sir. Actually, he's like, his mom is calling him, so he's just kind
So
of.
sweet. नहीं, I'm just kidding here. Yeah. Ask anything else?
No, sir, we are done with the questions and queries.
So it was great interviewing with you.
Thanks.
So
Kind
thanks.
of the best interview till now.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
This was the best interview till now.
Thank you
Yes,
so
sir,
much, sir, for your time and all your energy that you invested in us. And for sure, these learnings are gonna go a long way.
And sir, we
Arey,
Thank you
thanks.
so much.
and sir, we see you soon on your Instagram live.
Sure. Join in and please put in the request also. And don't mind if I don't remind me that मैं तो यहाँ आप लोगों के साथ था करके है ना in the interview. Then बोले क्या इतना जल्दी भूल जाता है. मैं बोला करो नाम भूल जाता हूँ मैं. I won't forget Aman so easily because he's been bothering me or rather I've been bothering him for the past so many days now. तो इसलिए. But you guys keep reminding me that when you come on people random. मैं जब एक्सेप्ट कर रहा हूँ ना, there are random requests. कई लोग है ना, they are very बड़े शातिर होते हैं, so they know how to immediately send a request and they make sure that तो उन्हीं को multiple times मिल जाता है opportunity मेरे साथ बात करना. But and then guys, do you have a system of a screenshot take ना यहाँ पे? आप लोग सब लोग आ
Sir,
जाओगे?
I have taken various screenshots of the interview.
Good.
We've recorded the session too, so we have videos too.
वो तो है ही, but when you give a picture specifically, तो उसमें जरा सब लोग दांत दिखाएंगे.
ठीक है सर, तो फिर एक चीज कर लेते
कैसे
हैं.
करेंगे?
एक बार सब चीज कर ही लेते हैं.
कर लो, मेरे तो हमेशा चीज चलता रहता है. Come on.
Done.
Great.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, sir.
है कुछ?
Thank you so much.
Anything
sir.
more?
Thank you so much.
You're free to ask.
No, sir, we are done with.
तुम अच्छा योर इंटरव्यू डन. और कुछ उसके सिवा आपको कुछ पूछना होगा अलग से हट के ऑफ रिकॉर्ड यू मे. ये is as good as an Insta session, a personalized Insta session for you all.
VVIP पे.
पूछ लो कुछ है तो.
Installation.
हाँ
तो फिर हम ऐसा कुछ हट के इंस्टाग्राम पे ही पूछते हैं. We
जरूर.
get your attention there then.
जरूर feel free and ask
We
me.
got your full attention here. Now we want your full attention there.
Yes,
Very
sir.
great.
We all send you request on Insta, sir.
Yes,
So,
sir.
Come.
you're
Most welcome.
also, sir.
Great, sir.
Most
We already
welcome.
sent you,
And he was
sir.
wishing you all the best. But wishing you all the very best. And guys, understand all that I've told you. Life में अपने लिए कुछ हट के करना.
Sure, sir.
If you want to be noticed,